Jessica Pegula ponders making a U-turn after Indian Wells' wild $1 million prize money purse promise. Jessica Pegula's hopes for a lighter 2026 schedule could be disrupted after a mixed doubles reveal at Indian Wells intrigued her. Jessica Pegula may have planned to lighten her schedule this season, but the massive prize money attached to mixed doubles at the 2026 BNP Paribas Open has already made her reconsider. The American star recently admitted that the tournament's newly announced $1 million purse for mixed doubles caught her attention, calling the figure wild. Her candid reaction came during a light-hearted conversation on a tennis podcast, where Pegula and fellow players joked that the unprecedented payday could be enough to tempt even those who had planned to skip the discipline. Jessica Pegula reflects on Indian Wells' $1 million prize money offer. The 2026 BNP Paribas Open has introduced a $1 million purse for its official mixed doubles event, nearly tripling the $370,000 prize pool offered the previous year. The move follows a similar step taken at the 2025 US Open, where a revamped mixed doubles competition during Fan Week also offered a record $1 million to the winning team. Tournament organizers hope the larger financial incentive will draw elite singles players into the event and give mixed doubles a stage comparable to those typically reserved for Grand Slam competitions. At Indian Wells, the mixed doubles draw will feature 12 teams competing in a knockout format, with matches scheduled across 5 days beginning March 10th. The opening round will be split across March 10th to 11th, followed by the second round on March 12th, semifinals on March 13th, and the final on March 14th. While the full breakdown of the purse has not been publicly detailed, the champions are expected to earn roughly $200,000, making the event financially appealing for players who might otherwise focus solely on singles. Pegula acknowledged the lure of that prize money during a recent episode of the Players Box podcast, which she hosts with Madison Keys, Jennifer Brady, and Desiree Crouchick. Reacting to the announcement, Pegula admitted the figure immediately grabbed her attention. "It's kind of crazy. $1 million is wild. I sent it to you guys." I was like, "Oh, I might be playing," she said. Keys quickly chimed in with a playful jab at her fellow American, joking that Pegula's earlier plans to scale back her schedule might not last long. Jess was like, "I know, I said I wasn't going to play as much this year, but I'm signing up," Keys said. The conversation grew even more humorous when Keys revealed that her husband and coach, Bjorn Fratangelo, briefly considered joining the action himself. Bjorn was ready to try to come out of retirement. So he's like, "Do you think we could get a wild card?" And I was like, "When was the last time you hit serves?" He's like, "I don't know, but for $1 million, like I'll be good," Keys joked. It is helpful to distinguish this official tournament from the Eisenhower Cup, a high-energy, tie-break tens exhibition held just a day before the main draw. The Eisenhower Cup also featured a lucrative $200,000 winner-take-all prize, recently won again by the defending champion duo of Taylor Fritz and Elena Rybakina on March 3rd. Jessica Pegula ponders a U-turn after Indian Wells' wild $1 million prize money purse promise. The desert air in Indian Wells Tennis Garden has always carried a special kind of electricity. Every March, the sprawling venue in Indian Wells, California becomes the stage for one of tennis' most glamorous events, Indian Wells Open. Palm trees sway gently above packed stands, and under the blazing sun the world's best players gather to chase prestige, ranking points, and increasingly eye-watering prize money. This year, however, the buzz around the tournament reached a fever pitch when organizers floated the idea of a wild $1 million prize purse promise, a financial incentive that sent ripples through the tennis world. Among those intrigued, surprised, and quietly contemplative was Jessica Pegula. For Pegula, a player known as much for her steady composure as her relentless baseline game, the promise of such a prize wasn't just another headline. It was a moment that made her pause, perhaps even reconsider her plans. A career built on consistency. Over the past few seasons, Pegula has carved out a reputation as one of the most dependable players on the Women's Tennis Association Tour. She may not always command the dramatic spotlight the way stars like Iga Swiatek, Aryna Sabalenka, or Coco Gauff do, but few players have matched her week-in, week-out consistency. Pegula's rise has been methodical rather than meteoric. Her game is built on precision, tactical awareness, and an ability to absorb pressure that often frustrates more explosive opponents. It's the kind of style that doesn't always make highlight reels but wins matches, lots of them. Yet the tennis calendar is unforgiving. Players must constantly juggle travel, recovery, and strategic decisions about where to compete. Sometimes the difference between attending one tournament over another comes down to scheduling. Other times, it's about the bigger picture: rankings, preparation for Grand Slams, or simply managing fatigue. And sometimes, a $1 million promise is enough to make even the most carefully crafted plans wobble. The desert's magnetic pull. Indian Wells has long been dubbed the fifth Grand Slam, a label earned through its massive draw, elite competition, and iconic setting. The tournament regularly attracts the biggest names from both the ATP Tour and the WTA. Pegula has experienced the unique atmosphere of the event multiple times. The wide courts, slower surfaces, and roaring American crowds create a stage that rewards patience and precision, qualities that align well with her playing style. But tennis seasons are marathons, not sprints. Players often design their schedules months in advance. Changing course midway through a season can disrupt training blocks and travel logistics. Still, the buzz around the tournament's prize purse created a different kind of conversation among players. That's kind of wild. In locker rooms and player lounges, whispers about the prize money circulated like desert winds. A $1 million purse promise, whether attached to a specific bonus structure, performance incentive, or special exhibition concept, was enough to raise eyebrows across the tour. For some players, it was a curiosity. For others, it was motivation. Pegula reportedly reacted with a mixture of surprise and amusement. "That's kind of wild," she remarked when asked about it in interviews. The comment was casual, but it captured the sentiment shared by many athletes. Tennis has always offered substantial prize money at major tournaments, but the idea of $1 million incentive attached to a single event, even one as prestigious as Indian Wells, felt unusually bold. For Pegula, the revelation sparked a moment of reflection. The possibility of a U-turn. Athletes rarely admit that financial incentives influence their schedules. Competitive pride, rankings ambitions, and performance goals usually dominate the narrative. Yet the economics of professional tennis are impossible to ignore. Even top players weigh factors like prize money distribution,